Taekwondo fanatic and explosives engineer Phil Lowe has a reputation for destroying unusual structures. The 130-year-old East Norton Viaduct in Leicestershire, England, is next in line, but it's not giving itself up easily. Last week's snow has put Phil and the team behind schedule, so he's called on an old friend of his father's to give him a hand.
I've done one or two in my time before, and it looks as if it's been quite difficult to load. The holes are broken up inside, and you need someone with a little bit of experience to charge it up. It's big, it's heavy. Take the bottom out, and the top's got to come down anyway. For the last 5 minutes before you fire any structure, the adrenaline's really pumping, and that's what makes the job.
It's not just the weather that might delay the blowdown. For years, several colonies of rare bats have used these arches for shelter, and for the last 18 months, Batman Robert Stebbings has been trying to persuade them to leave.
So it's not all just heavy machinery and railway fanatics around here?
No, I'm afraid us wildlife people have to come and get the animals out of the way before the work can really take place here.
Robert has already set up exclusion devices in over 1,000 nooks and crannies in the viaducts where the bats might live. But if he finds evidence that just one mating pair have not yet moved out, the blowdown will have to be postponed.
You can't be afraid of heights if you work in our kind of business. Wildlife is where it is, and we have to go out there to find them and hopefully solve any problems that need solving.
Do you think the bats appreciate it?
No, they probably don't like us at all because we're excluding them from places they want to live. There's a little cavity in there, and we can probably just fill it up with a bit of foam just to stop them using it as a nest site.
At the end of a long day up the cherry picker, he's checked, rechecked, and foam-filled dozens more potential bat homes. But now, with regret, he must concede that the blowdown can go ahead.
I am reasonably confident it is bat-free at this moment, yes. But I always feel it's sad losing any rather nice structure that provides safe places for bats to live. Bats are my first love.
It's the day before blowdown, and Mark Coleman is back on the site to check on Phil's progress. But the fog is a bit of a worry, because by law the sentries positioned around the exclusion zone have to be able to see each other before the blowdown can take place. Nevertheless, Mark is confident.
Everything appears to be fine with what's been completed with Phil's work to date. We've been round and we've checked the charging, the stemming, the connections, and then all the at-source protection. We've not found any areas where we're concerned, and certainly all the workmanship seems to be up to spec.
As it's only Coleman & Co.'s second explosive demolition, Mark knows that it's crucial that he gets some good publicity if he's going to make a name for himself in this business.
We've obviously got TV, there's press, there's the trade journals. Everybody's looking at it, everybody's interested. If it goes wrong, it's there for everybody to see, and that's probably better news for them than it actually going right, some may say, because everybody likes a bit of bad publicity, don't they?
For maximum coverage, Mark wants to hang 2 banners attached to each other by ropes, one on each side of the viaduct. But with only a handful of men on site, the scaffolding poles which will weigh the banners down are too heavy to lift over the side all at once.
It's not enough, which way? It's not enough. It's a good idea, there's no disputing that. It's just a pain in the arse to achieve it.
At the other end of the viaduct, the explosives engineers are none too impressed.
Oh, it's been up yesterday morning, huh? Pay good money, get good lad.
You're not going to get involved?
No.
Too busy.
No, that's their problem. Well, that's what we do. They put you up, you get monkeys.
I think we just have to leave it. Well, we've got 30 blokes tomorrow, so it'll be a lot easier.
I live in the house just up in the village, the last house in the village, so we look out over the valley here. I'm going to lose my garden ornament, I'm afraid. I can't get another one like this. There you go.
So will you be watching it go down on Sunday?
Oh yes, we're having a village soiree in the house. We've got a very big conservatory on the back of the house. It's about 60 foot long, so people can stand in the dryer and if it's raining or whatever, and no doubt we'll be providing refreshments, tea and coffee and the likes during the morning, so people can you know, stand and watch.
But tomorrow isn't going to be quite such fun for everyone.
I've had enough for today. With this heavy mist and overcast, it's going to be dark enough now, so it's not worth loading in the dark anyway.
Out of 100, how sure are you that it's going to come down on the right place?
Should be okay. Be okay. I should be okay. It should be okay.
Out of 100?
Should be okay. Should be 100. Should be okay. Yeah, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll... Where am I today? Oh yeah, probably not viaduct.
It's the way it is. It's always the same on every bus job. Never alters. Until it's the final blowdown, it just changes. I mean, he's got a lot on his plate, you know what I mean? If that don't go down, then it's a big embarrassment. Well, that will go down. Bang on, time.
About 3 hours. We've got 3 hours left till D-Day.
We're all here, it's all sorted and all systems go. Perfect weather conditions, and the banners went out relatively easy, so some of the major headaches out the way.
Nervous?
I am slightly nervous, yeah, which is a good thing. It keeps you on edge, keeps you awake.
I don't know what I'm worried about, but the adrenaline's starting to flow.
With an hour to go, sentries are posted 200 metres apart around the edge of a 3-kilometre exclusion zone. While overhead, the police helicopter, with a thermal imaging camera mounted on its nose, starts a final flyby to ensure no one has crept in overnight.
We're going to commence the search now, and if they detect any heat sources they're not happy with, they'll report that through me.
Put it this way, yeah, I like explosion. I like to see the big bang and see it come down in a ball of smoke.
It's a sad day for the people of East Norton, yes. I've lived here for 26 years and walked over the viaduct many times.
We're losing our heritage. That's what we're losing.
400 kilos of explosives stuck in the bridge ready to blow.
They'd only got to put notices up. You go over it or under it at your own risk, and it would have stood another 100 years. Blowing up time, isn't it?
10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. We've got sections there which obviously haven't... We've got one there where basically you can see the size of the lumps. We've tried to use the minimum amount of explosives, stop stuff flying everywhere. Got a section there which we'll have to pull with the machine, but apart from that everything appears to be okay. You have to stay here now. We've got to go in and check this, okay?
From this distance, no one is quite sure how much of the viaduct has come down and to what extent the stop arches have held the structure up. But, up close, it's apparent that the lumps are quite big.
You're disappointed, but you learn through things as well. So, the extra bits that were left was the trickiest bit. We knew they were the trickiest bits when we encountered problems And Mark was aware, and you was aware when we was charging up that we was encountering problems on them, you see. Because it's just a bad one for the brickwork.
It's not 100% as we were hoping for, but it's not a real problem. Looking at the inside of this brickwork now, this red, it's absorbed most of the 50% of the charge. But that's a stop arch. Over there's a stop arch, and by their very name, that's what they've done. They've stopped it. That's what they're designed to do. And we just didn't get enough push on this leg here.
You're disappointed?
A little, yeah.
It seems that the Victorians knew what they were doing when it comes to brickwork. But not everyone is disappointed.
Very pleased. Yeah, very happy. Yeah, it's been successful. Everything's gone to the second. We were 10 o'clock on the dot. Everything's come down. It's in pieces that we can manage. So yeah, happy, pleased.